What's up with it, man? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and that's completely up to him. It's a Memphis. It's up in the air, but most likely it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies. JMJ, salute to you. You said you said in my mute. Can you hear me now? Push one if you can hear me. Push one if you can hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me right now. Okay. Well, hopefully you're able to hear me. Basically, what I was saying is that his options are up in the air right now, and he's eyeing a return. But for right now, he's focused on being in Spain and in Girona, and he's a owner as well as a player as well. What I was saying is that if he did come back, he was eyeing Memphis because he said that's where he essentially started, and that's where the people have supported him the most through his career. Now, what I was also saying is that Do I think he should come back? I don't think he should come back and play. But that's his decision. You can't tell a man what to do or how to feel or how to think or what to do with his life. But he could come in and play an ambassador role and not even play really. He could be an advisor or just do something in the front office, which is what he's doing right now. You know what I'm saying? But to come back and play, uh, I don't, because I like Marc Gasol. He was a solid big man. Okay, you can finally hear me now. I just think maybe my volume's coming in slow, JMJ, but nevertheless, we still got it together. I'm repeating everything pretty much that I said. Do I think Marc Gasol should come back? No, not as a player. Okay, that's just my opinion. Okay, uh, he was nothing like what he was when he was in Memphis, and then on top of that, you're talking about a game now where you're playing against Jokic, you're playing against Joel Embiid, you're playing against uh, Jared Allen, all these bigs now that are agile, can do so much. And when we talk about a guy like Jokic, he actually is kind of like Marc Gasol in the sense of his passing. That's one of the things that Marc Gasol was very good at was his passing, and he also had an unorthodox type of game. Now, that's not to say that Marc Gasol is like Jokic or anything like that, but when you're talking about a guy that was, you know, international and played the game that it was supposed to be played, and also on the defensive end as well as the offensive end, just like I was talking about earlier this morning, you got to talk about a guy like Jokic. But Marc Gasol was influential in that, and he does not get one of the credit. I talked about Ginobili. I talked about Tony Parker. I talked about some of these other guys. I could even talk about Arvidas Sabonis. I could even talk about uh, Vlade Divac. The list goes on and on. Dirk Nowitzki, some of these other guys, but nobody. It's a crying shame that nobody talks about Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol and Paul Gasol, matter of fact. You know, their influence was very heavy in the international sense. New Grindhouse with Marc Gasol back in the mix. Probably from a business standpoint, JMJ. Not from a player personnel standpoint. His playing days are over. Yeah, everybody can't be LeBron and be 37 years old and still be going up and down the court at the rate that he does, or even like I was talking about earlier. Even though you probably disagree with me in terms of the Kareem aspect, everybody can't be a Kareem and playing well into their 40s and still be somewhat successful in their own right. And when I say successful in their own right, I'm talking about, you know, when you're in 39, 40, 41, some people wouldn't even expect you to score. But putting up 16, 17, even 18 points a game to go with double digit rebounds, that's still phenomenal to do that at the age of 40. That isn't a testament of how well you took care of your body. But I don't see Marc Gasol doing that. Realistically, I don't see him doing that. But he should just fulfill the role of an ambassador, being in the office and doing what's necessary to change things. That's just what I was saying in the sense of football and some of these other sports, like Mike Tomlin. If he becomes successful but doesn't win the chip, move into the front office so that you can make your presence felt that way, so you could get titles because you could do it that way. Even with Doc Rivers, you're not successful right now as a coach. Move into the front office and do another position so that you can get better. What's up with it, LA Live? I see you in the building. Make sure you go subscribe to the boy LA Sports Live. Look for you to go more live more often, and also put, what I'm saying, some more content out there. So definitely go support the brother LA Live. We don't always agree on everything, but for the most part, we do. Solid brother, hardworking brother, and he's in my boat too in terms of the family and trying to put the grind down as well. You said better bring Mike Conley Jr. back if that's the case. Well, Mike Conley Jr. is good where he's at in Utah. But in terms of trying to make the presence felt, I think he'll do good. Memphis 10, what's up with it? You said Marc Gasol may play well along with other guys who left Lakers last season. I humbly disagree. Marc Gasol would just be a good mind, especially when you talk about big men. Now, this is a Memphis 10. You did bring up a good point. Now, this is where I would agree with you. You got Ja Morant there. You got Dylan Brooks there. You got Jaren Jackson Jr. You got Steven Adams there. Listen, if I'm Marc Gasol, I'm there to teach these guys. I'm there. They're there to pick his brain, especially the bigs. When you talk about an agile big, listen, Jaron Jackson Jr. is a terror on defense. You say what you want. Steven Adams, he's no joke, man. He's in grind mode all the time. Then you got a guy like Bane in there, who is very strong. Pick Marc Gasol's brain. Pick those guys' brain. Yeah, they were all about defense. They weren't the prettiest team in the world, but they were still successful at what they did. And Memphis right now, they're on the come up. They're one of the hottest teams right now. You never know what could happen. Get in that front office and spilling that knowledge into those young guys. That's what it's about. It's about teaching. But unfortunately, we don't live in that society anymore, especially when you live in a cutthroat society when everybody's all about themselves, everybody's older and stuff like that, and they still want to be young. No, you at some point in time, you have to be able to teach, and you have to be able to uh, give your knowledge away, and not keep it all for yourself and try to be selfish and everything. And when you get 30, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, they look at you as the elder statesman. You're not 25 anymore. You're not even 30 anymore. You are elder statesman. So guys are looking up at you. Even though guys do want to compete, they do want to beat you, they do want to take away your record, they want to do all that. That doesn't mean that you still can't be influential. Memphis has a good chance, Polo. They ain't scared of anybody. I've been saying that the whole season in LA, but unfortunately, nobody listens. Everybody throws everything that I say up under the bus, or they don't take it seriously. Just like they didn't take the Bengals, what I had to say about the Bengals seriously. Just like what I said about Josh Allen. They didn't take that seriously in a football sense. I said the same thing about Ja Morant. I said, look out for Ja Morant. He's not going anywhere. Luka's going to be better. Look where he's at now. Oh man, Ja Morant, he ain't this, he ain't that. Memphis ain't going nowhere. Look at their team, and they're beating good teams. But that's what the Lakers. I mean, that's what the media wants to do. They want to talk about Lakers. They want to talk about KD. They want to talk about all these other teams that have not been nowhere near successful. You said Hashim Thabit may come back. That's a joke. And on that, I'm definitely going to end that note. You might as well call Roy Hibbert for that matter. Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. I'll get at y'all later.